the top of the mountain. Yeah, we've heard our way up to the top of the mountain. Yeah, we never coming down from the top of the mountain.
What's yours?
I'm gonna come through that screen, grip you around the neck, and tell you to hit that subscribe button. Hey guys, welcome to another video. Now today, excuse me, I'm driving. I'll try and do my best to keep my concentration on the front. Today we're going to do a Q&A. Mudo put a series of questions out, and these are 12 questions that came back, the top rated. Some of them amusing, some of them pretty standard. But Hannah has the list in her lap, and we'll get stuck in. Well, firstly, training for the World's Strongest Man consisted of complete obsession with, you know, obviously lifting as heavy as I can on a daily basis, throwing in as many calories as I possibly could into my diet. You know, upwards of 12,000 calories a day doing my strongman. Now, I sort of just eat to fuel the sessions. I'm still doing 12 hours a week strength and conditioning training, so I'm still doing my body parts like my legs, my chest, my back, my shoulders, trying to get a lot more cardio in. I'm still 26 stone, so weighed myself yesterday, I'm 165 kilos. It's about 360 plus pounds. I find the cardio side of things really hard, just because of the sheer size. You know, running, impossible. The only sort of cardio I can sort of bear is swimming, HIIT training, and obviously then bag work and stuff. I'm doing 4 hours a week in total boxing, so 4 1-hour sessions. I'm doing an hour's HIIT training and an hour's swimming, so I'm doing 12 hours strength and conditioning and 6 hours cardio. Obviously, as we get closer to the fight, the strength and conditioning will come down somewhat and the cardio will go up somewhat. So I'm still gauging it, to be honest. It's a whole new world to me. You know, I don't claim to be a pro boxer, and I never will be a pro boxer, but I think that with my mindset, I can match definitely the training standards of a pro boxer. Ooh, I mean, strength wise, I mean, genetically, if you look at my genetic results, I'm not the most gifted in strength. I have a myostatin deformity, also known as the Hercules gene. It just means you can hold more muscle than anybody else. Doesn't necessarily mean you're stronger. Perhaps gives you those capabilities to be a bit stronger. Aerobic wise, I believe from memory I was very gifted in endurance and lactic threshold. My body deals with lactic acid a lot better than most people on the planet, and that's my gene. So I am actually, my genetic results came back. I'm actually very gifted in endurance and lactic threshold. So I think, you know, the boxing side of things is going to go really well in that respect. I think, you know, and from my swimming days, I was able to train 2-3 hours a day swimming, no problem. You know, I used to race a mile, 1,500 meter swims in about 15-16 minutes. I was a sprinter and an endurance swimmer, so you know, I've got a good mix of all genes, really. But yeah, I remember that from the Mudo test I did. Corrie, look it up. It's that it transfers lactic back into glucose, and I've got a good variant of that. Oh, 3 very close ones there. Winning the World's Strongest Man, first man to lift half a ton, or knocking 4 out. God damn it. They're all on the same level of happiness, if I'm being honest. Oh God. Is it asking me to pick one?
Yeah. Which is more satisfying?
Well, I think I'm gonna have to wait and see, because winning World's Strongest Man, satisfying. Pulling the half ton, satisfying. I'm going to say, because of a history, I think knocking Thor out is going to be one of the most satisfying things I've ever done in my life. Yeah, sorry, knocking Thor out is going to be the most satisfying.
Next question. How often are you using your... Nearly crashed there.
No, I didn't. The cryotherapy machine is a new addition to my recovery setup. It's got so many benefits, I'm using it pretty much, I'd say, I'm gonna say I use it 4 times a week. So I use it on the strength and conditioning days. So what I normally do is I do a 3-hour strength and conditioning session, 9 till 12. I have my dinner, I'll do a cryo session, I'll have a nap, and then I'll go boxing. So that's when I'm using it. I mean, the advantages and the positives are, gee, honestly, it's a maze of how good these things are for you. There's one aspect of it: increases your metabolism, so you'll be able to burn more fat, increases your mood, it makes you sleep better. For me personally, I'll do my cold shock therapy, I'll do my cryotherapy, I'll have my dinner, and as I'm having my dinner, I'm just warming up. And then by the time I finish my dinner, I'll get into bed, I'll wrap up, I'll put a big fluffy pair of socks on, I'll wrap up in my cover, and that warming up process, it's been proven that once you come from cold to warm, it makes you sleepy. So that warming up process makes me dead sleepy. I sleep like a baby for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I wake up fresh as a daisy. Only the people in the bodybuilding world, strongman world, will understand what I'm saying here. And when you wake up and you've got that swollen feeling, like everything's swollen, like your hands are swollen, your feet are swollen, and you just feel like you've grown during that couple of hours. And that's genuinely the feel I get. If I don't do the cryotherapy, I don't get that swollen effect. I don't get that like powerful waking up mood, which is important. You know, it releases those endorphins as well. So, you know, once I've done it and I've had my nap and I wake up, I feel great. You know, I feel on top of the planet. I think presently I take a lot of inspiration from the likes of AJ, Tyson Fury. Those guys do themselves very well in the ring, very professional. Tyson has been somewhat of a bit of a connection there because, you know, the mental health aspect. He's somewhat used mental health as a tool to get back in the ring and sort of become obsessed, to take his mind off things and become great. AJ has that aspect of just being a complete professional, which I absolutely love, because that's me all over. It's, you know, if you're going to do something properly, treat it with respect and be professional. That's AJ. Past boxers, of course, Muhammad Ali. I took a lot from Muhammad Ali from a strongman, actually, that confidence, that arrogance that you have to take into the competition to outwit your opponent mentally before you even start. So a lot of that was from Muhammad Ali. And then, of course, Mike Tyson. That guy is, you know, just if you watch any documentaries on him or actually read into his story, a very rough upbringing. But again, I think a sort of mental health aspect to it is that he had to become obsessed with that to save his life. Boxing saved his life. It kept him out of trouble. It kept his head straight and narrow. He had a good guidance as well. He had a very good coach that really looked after him financially. Mike Tyson's that success story. You know, came from the slums, made it to the top, heavyweight champion of the world by I think it was like 19 or 20, the youngest ever to win it. So, and Tyson's fighting style I absolutely loved, you know, that duck and dive. And I feel myself in the training now, I feel myself getting that Tyson sort of mentality of, you can't touch me, but I can break your ribs if I catch you, sort of thing. Those are my sort of top 4 boxers, past and present. Oh, an ideal weight. You know what? There's no such thing as an ideal weight for the likes of me. I genuinely think that if I went in at the weight I am now, I think I'd be fine, fitness-wise. Still be able to do 3-minute rounds quite easily. Strength is there, definitely. The speed is there, definitely. Honestly, like, it's a whirlwind. You know, I don't think anyone's ever fought at my sort of size in boxing, other than the likes of someone like Bob Sapp, and that can go either way, as you can tell from his fights. You know, he either wins by just absolutely blasting it and knocking him out as quick as he can, or, I mean, to be fair to Bob Sapp, he actually had really good cardio for his size. I was able to go those rounds. So, you know what, my approach to this, I mean, I've got in my head I'm going to come in lighter, you know, quite a bit lighter, but if I feel good at 160, then I'm going to come in at 160. If I feel fit, fast, nimble, and powerful, then, you know, it's what's comfy for me. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to come in at 120 lightning speed, because I think that'd be pointless. Someone against 4, you know, he's a big guy, he's 6'9". He's going to be even if he dropped as much weight as he possibly could, I think he'd be a natural 300-pound guy anyway, you know. So, and I've always said the same with the strongman, big beats big, and that's going to be the same approach for the boxing. I'm not going to come in lighter than 4. My plan is to come in heavier than 4. I want to teach him a lesson, and I'm not going to do it just by being fast. I'm going to do it by breaking his jaw. Well, yeah, of course, 100%. I've been doing a lot of like round work this last few weeks, and I've been wearing a heart rate monitor, and I can work at pretty much 90% of my max heart rate constantly. My body doesn't give up. My max heart rate is 188, and I work about 175, 180 quite comfortably for 3-minute rounds for half an hour at a time, sometimes 40 minutes. So, and I think that's a massive advantage. I don't know many athletes that can work at that sort of rate for that period of time, and I think that's down to my genetics. You know, I can just go and go and go and go, and that minute rest in between, as I say, I've got the ability to sort of recycle the lactic acid quite quickly. That minute rest, it's like having a full refuel. Yeah, I think I'm very blessed with my genetics, and I will be exploiting them to the absolute max for this fight, that's for sure. The height difference between me and Thor, you know what, I haven't got a plan yet. You know, I'm working with a boxing coach. I'm sure we'll get a plan together, but you know, everyone's saying you know, I'm at a disadvantage. Honestly, I see it as an advantage. I really do. I think he's going to be slow. I think he's going to be clumsy. I think I'm going to be able to get inside nice and easy. You know, I've just got visions of him just throwing that jab out constantly. So I've just got to defend and attack. It's easy as that. The difference in height and size does not bother me at all. You know, I've fought people that are 6 inches shorter than me that can hand me my arse in the boxing ring just through sheer speed and agility and landing the punches accurately and, you know, powerfully. No doubt that I can do the same to Thor, so I'm not worried in the slightest. The main ones were, from memory, vitamin A, folate, omega-3 and vitamin D. So I supplement all those anyway now, off the advice off the back of that DNA test. You know what, my hydration's good. I think because of my size, I'm always going to struggle. You know, I'm always going to sweat more than everybody else. I'm always going to have to drink more fluids than everybody else, take more sodium on, more electrolytes. But definitely since they gave me that advice, nowhere near as bad as I was. So yeah, the DNA test opened up a few question marks for me, told me the answers, and made a difference. So the Hercules gene is definitely strength, I'd say speed, wisdom, definitely, and I'd say the mental aspect. You know, Hercules was very, very clever, very witty as well. So the MSTN gene is a blessing. Some would say it's a hindrance in terms of endurance and speed. I would say it's all positive. You know, it's got to use it cleverly to my advantage. I am 100% predicting a knockout. You know what? It in my mind, it's going to be a first round knockout, but you just don't know. I can't be that arrogant to say what round, to be honest, but all I know is I'm going to win, and it's going to be a knockout. I am for sure going to crack him the hardest he's ever been hit in his entire life across his chops, and he's going to regret ever opening his gob. That's for sure. Right guys, thank you so much for the questions. Thank you to Mudo for sending them over. If anyone wants to grab a Mudo DNA kit, hit the link in my bio, head to my website. The Mudo DNA kit opened my eyes to a whole new world of a science, what can be told to you from a science lab. You know, how your genes work, what is going to work for you, what's not going to work for you, what foods you're efficient and deficient in, what minerals and vitamins you're efficient and deficient in. It can literally change your life, whether you compete, whether you train for leisure, anything, whether you just want to better yourself in the mental game. The Mudo DNA kits are phenomenal, and I think now we get a full 24/7 doctor, so if you've got any questions about, you know, if you get your results and you're not sure about what, you know, what this result means, you can ask the doctor there and then, and hopefully get an answer back pretty quick. So, and I keep saying this every time I mention the DNA kit. People invest in holidays, they invest in proteins and you know, new cars and the odd gym bar and whatever else. Why not invest in this? This is literally something that you can take for the rest of your life. It keeps getting updates, it keeps getting added on, bolted on sort of features that just keep paying off and paying off. So grab yourselves a DNA kit, guys. Stay safe, don't drive and talk like I'm doing, and big love. Take care.